The question, how did the greats or how do you learn a complex guitar song without tabs? This answer's not going to blow you away if you're looking for shortcuts. There's no easy way out. Start from the beginning. Listen to a few seconds of the song enough times to get the tune in your head, then hum the first note to yourself while you start to figure out the song. If the song starts with a lick, then find the notes that follow and get that tune trained into your fingers. You'll want to try different ways of playing it. Hammer-ons, pull-offs and slides can simplify or complicate the lick. Similarly, starting on a different string or playing with a capo can be useful. If you're mostly concerned with simplicity, then you'll want to position the capo in your fingers so as to minimize the movements you have to make. If you're concerned with authenticity, hopefully you have an ear for the subtle changes in timbre that differentiate an D on the E string from a D on the D string. Most songs use notes that fall along a simple chord structure, so make sure to try playing your lick along several open chords, a major bar chord, a minor bar chord, and so forth. Whenever the bass note changes, that can be a sign that the chord has changed, so pay attention. The easiest way to play most licks is by fretting chords on the left hand while you pick notes with the right hand. If you can't find a note-by-note tab but you can find a chord tab, you've got a good place to start. If the song starts with a chord progression, then listen to the first chord and try to find the bass note on the fretboard. This can be really disorienting if you're not humming the note to yourself like I suggested earlier. Hum that same note for dear life until you find it. Then leave a finger on it while you find the other notes of the chord, one at a time, if necessary. Once you've got the first chord, that should be a clue to find the others, but if you're playing some intense jazz or John Mayer or something, the chords may be harder to recognize and you'll have to figure them out piece by piece. I realize I've made a false distinction here, between licks and chords, but it's a useful one, for me, anyway. One question I've left unanswered is how do the greats do this? And the answer is, all the true greats are so familiar with music theory and the fretboard that they can listen to a song once or twice and start playing along with little or no experimentation. Having several years of practice under my belt, I can do this with simple songs. The more time you spend messing around with your guitar, the more intuitive it will be. But, for complex songs, it takes me a few hours/days/weeks to get it all figured out. Worth it, in my opinion.